Well, hello there, all you strange and interesting creatures of the internet. Welcome back to the All Seasons on F1 2019. As you can see, we're just 7 points behind the leader, Alexander Albon. Just a smidge behind. Well, it is a brand new year, and it is, of course, about halfway through the season for us. And we have dropped down a little bit in the vehicle performance comparison chart. You can see we just dropped down behind Red Bull, but we are going to bolt some more parts onto the car now to hopefully get us back into second position just behind the Mercedes car, and we can now replace our gearbox. So it did last 6 rounds. Fantastic. Weather looks fine for the next Grand Prix. Fantastic. And we've gone back into second.
To Germany for today's qualifying session at the famous Hockenheim Ring. The pit lane lights will turn green in the next minute or two to signify the start of qualifying.
Stop interrupting me when I'm talking, Crofty. Anyway, let's go out now to Germany. Yes, the great circuit, Hockenheim, of course. This is the shorter circuit, not the long circuit, but still a great circuit, has to be said. At the moment, Vettel's got pole position, and the Hookster is about to cross the line. Let's see if he can improve on first place. I don't think he's going to. He's already at 1:11, and it's going to be 4th position, but oh dear. 1.3 seconds behind the leaders, which is Vettel. Anyway, a little bit later to qualify, you can see, oh god, we're down to 18th position, but we are up on our delta time, almost a second. In fact, we're about to cross the line. This should be a good one. And it is a good one. Up into 7th place now. Bottas has currently got pole for 1:11. Fantastic. Anyway, we've now got 8 minutes left of qualifying. We now accelerate forward now to just 2 minutes and 42 seconds left. We're in 9th position at the moment. Bottas still has got pole. We're only slightly up on the deltas, but now we've dropped a little bit. Now we've gone back up again. Let's see if we can improve on 9th position as we cross the line. And the answer to that is no. Anyway, that's it. Qualify is now over. We've dropped down to 10th position. We've got some yellow flags going on around the circuit. I think that's possibly for us because we're slowing right down, as you can see by our time, and we're about to cross the line. So is it going to be 10th, or are we going to drop down? I bet you we dropped down. Yes, I just saw it drop down. I think it's 11th. Yes, it is 11th position for the race. Still a good result though for our McLaren, which is definitely not proven to be as good in qualifying as it is in the race. Okay then, let's do this.
There's nowhere at all I'd rather be today than here at Hockenheim for the German Grand Prix. We have an incredibly competitive field this year, which means we should be in for a treat. And judging by the sea of people filling the grandstands, there's a fair-sized chunk of Germany that agrees with me. With average lap speeds of around 130 miles per hour, the Hockenheim Ring is a quick circuit with a lap distance of 2.8 miles, around 17 corners. The main DRS zone through Parabolica leads into the hairpin for the best overtaking opportunity on the track. Joining me for today's race once again is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about the captain. No grid penalties, no mitigating circumstances, just a poor qualifying performance and a very disappointing start position for them today.
They'll have a sinking feeling as they look up from the cockpit and realise they're in a different postcode to the start line for sure. But the one positive they can hold on to is that the car is quick and they can make their way through the field.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, just edging out Alexander Albon, who'll start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Hamilton, Lucas Faber and Grosjean, Sainz, Leclerc, Perez and Nico Hülkenberg. The captain, Norris, Kevin Magnussen and Raikkonen, Verstappen, Kvyat, Lance Stroll and George Russell. Ricciardo and Devon Butler starts from the back of the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
So it's time for the 5 lights to go out on the All Seasons clear mode, and we say go, 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 and it's away he goes. We're in 11th place. Wow, great start off the line. It looks like we've got Perez in front, we've got Hülkenberg just off to the right hand side as we go into turn 1. This is going to get very, very tight indeed. There's no space. He's making a little bit of contact there with the Renault of Hülkenberg, but he's still hanging in there, in 11th place. Is he going to do a dive to the inside? Yes, he does. He gets past, I think, 4 cars there. Yes, up into 7th position, past a false India as well. It's another fantastic performance from the guy that never gives up, and he never surrenders, don't you know. So we've got Lamar Grosjean in front of us now, and there's Hamilton, there's Webber. Look at this, 3 abreast. What's Hookster going to do? He's going to dive down the inside of all of them. Oh, get it round, Hookster. No, he can't get it round. He was too wide there, absolutely too wide, because the collision actually with Grosjean, but he does manage to get past Grosjean, and we've got Hamilton now. Can he get past on the inside of Hamilton? Yes, indeedy, Mr. McGreedy. Oh, it's tight though, it's very, very tight indeed, but he does it. Oh, look at this, banging from Hamilton there into our right rear wheel there from Lewis Hamilton, but we do manage to get the place, and we're now up into 4th position, still on the first lap of the Grand Prix. Now, the next car ahead of us is Vettel, but more importantly than that, where is the current race leader, or should I say the points leader? It's Albon. There he is, he's in 2nd place at the moment, so Bottas must be in the lead of this race as we complete lap 1 of the Grand Prix. Yes, there it is, fastest lap for Valtteri Bottas. So we have got to catch Albon, and we've got to get past him. In fact, if we've got any chance of winning this championship, as we accelerate forward after lap 3, we have managed to catch up to these 3 cars in front. We've got Vettel, Albon and Bottas. Can we get past them though? We're just about to find out now as we go through the tight and twisty bits, and we managed to get right up the gearbox of Sebastian Vettel there, but the moment we just cannot get past. We just cannot get past, and Hamilton is like a very, very angry wasp right behind us, trying to steal this 4th place away from us, but we're not going to let him. We are not going to let him as we accelerate forward now to lap 4. We've caught right up to the back of the field now. Look at this. Right behind Vettel. Are we going to go for a dive down into Sebastian Vettel? Yes, we do. Oh, this is going to get... Oh, look at that. No contact at all, though. And the Hookster goes through up into 3rd position. And there is Bottas. He's now dropped down behind Alexander Albon. So Alexander Albon has gone into the lead. This is very, very bad news indeed for our championship chances. We have got to catch up to the back of Alexander Albon as we accelerate forward now to lap 5. We've got yellow flags out. I don't know what's going on at the moment. I'm just looking. The greens are out now, but there's definitely yellows. The car's slowing down. Just look at the mini-map. I think that's... it's Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton, the Red Bull, is out of this Grand Prix. Wowzers me trousers. Anyway, it doesn't affect our base position. We are still in 3rd place and still chasing Valtteri Bottas after 6 laps have been completed. As we accelerate forward now, still on lap 6, still in 3rd place, still chasing Bottas, but unfortunately he's got a little bit of ground on us now. And look at this, we've got Weber in the Renault trying to get round us, but we're going to hang him out to dry round the outside once again, cut off his nose and get back into this 3rd position. Still on lap 6 and still chasing Bottas as we accelerate forward now, still on lap 6. Albon is now the car in front of us, so Bottas has got past Albon. I can't believe it. But yes, or has he come into the pits? Yes, I think Alexander Albon has actually come into the pits. Our teammate has also come in. Yes, Magnussen has come in as well, so that means we've got up into 2nd place, still chasing Bottas as we accelerate forward at lap 7. So it's time for us to make our one and only pit stop. But what about Alexander Albon? Are we going to get out in front, or are we going to get out behind? Well, it's pretty obvious we're going to get out behind, actually. There's all the teams rushing out. The Ferrari team is there, and we come in for our stop. Thank you, lads. And we swap onto the medium tyre. Oh, look at that. One's a Mercedes gone past us. Who was that? Is that Albon? Is that Albon or Bottas? I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure at the moment. It's Bottas. It's Valtteri Bottas as Weber actually sneaks past him as he comes past the pits there. But so we rejoin in 4th place behind Valtteri Bottas. Weber's going to 2nd, so we accelerate forward to lap 8. And Bottas has got past Weber, and now we're going to get past Weber as well. So up now into 3rd position on these medium tyres. Still chasing Valtteri Bottas, but that means, of course, disaster for us because Albon's still in the lead. Anyway, on to lap 9. Let's see if we can get past Valtteri Bottas here. I think we're going to give it the full beans. The full beans and dive it down the inside. Oh, Bottas really parked it in the middle of the apex there. He really did park that bus. And we did manage to get past him though, so up down to 2nd place, but we are still behind Alexander Albon as we accelerate forward now to lap 9, and he's just put in the fastest lap. Alexander Albon has just put in and we've just put in the fastest lap just to counter that, and now Carlos Sainz as well. Fantastic. So there's definitely some pace from this McLaren from the Hookster as he's still chasing Albon, but unfortunately I don't think he's going to catch him as we accelerate forward to lap 13. Yes, so you can see from the mini map there's just no chance now. The gap is up to 6 seconds over Albon. These Mercedes are just too fast for us in this Grand Prix as Weber's trying to get past us, and so is Bottas down the inside as well, but we managed to tightly pull it in there and hold on to this 2nd position as we accelerate forward at lap 15. So just a few more laps to go now. We're still in 2nd place. Bottas still behind us. Albon in front. So we have split the Mercedes completely in two. Oh, well, I say that though, Weber's now got up into 3rd place behind us as we accelerate forward at lap 17. It's the last lap of the race, and Bottas once again has regained the position behind us, and we are going to finish this race, I do believe, in 2nd place because we're now 11 seconds behind Alexander Albon, so we've got absolutely zero chance of catching him. And there you go, he crosses the line and he's won the race. So we've lost some more points to Alexander Albon there as we come around the final corner and finish. But a good result for the Hookster there. Second position. Fantastic. Fantastic indeed. So there you go. Thoroughly enjoyed that race. Nice one. And there's Toto Wolff. The Dominate. Is your name Sarah Connor? No, it's not. It's Mike Schmidt. There you go. And there's Alexander Albon, who won the race in the Mercedes. Yes, he bested us today. There was nothing the Hookster could do about that. And there are the team mechanics. And there is the famous Facebook gaming YouTuber, Alex Gillian, in the background. Yes, he's absolutely famous now. Yes, he actually works now with TMF Mark. Oh, it's unbelievable. His fame just knows no bounds now. No bounds. What do you mean you've never heard of him? Anyway, onto the podium now. There you can see, there is the Hookster in second position. There he is. And there's Alexander Albon, and there's Valtteri Bottas in third place. The Hookster sort of gives a little nod to Alexander Albon there to say, yep, I'll get you next round, you bastard. I'll get you next round. As the champagne goes over everyone. Fantastic. So let's have a look at those points then after this round and see where we are in the championship. So, 14 points behind Alexander Albon now. Kevin Magnussen is in 10th position with 32. Lewis Hamilton in third place with 126. And we're still second though in the constructors. So we move on after that round. You can see 14 points behind Alexander Albon. And it's time to move on to the next Grand Prix, which is going to be Hungary. Oh God, yes, the worst circuit for the Hookster. It's going to be Hungary, and unfortunately, we're going to have to take a penalty because one of our parts is wearing out pretty drastically. I think it's the MG UK, and so we've got to put a new one on, which is going to give us, unfortunately, a 10 grid place penalty because that is one of the main parts on the car, and it's a 10 grid penalty. So we've got, there you go. We've got to do it though because it's almost at 55%, which means it's going to wear out before the end of the race, and we're going to be in real trouble. So yes, a new MG UK has now gone onto the car, which means we will get a 10 place penalty. And for qualifying, it's going to rain towards the end of qualifying. That's going to be interesting. Got to go out very, very early to get our laps in before the rain starts to come down. Okay then, let's do this.
We hope you're looking forward to today's qualifying in Hungary as much as we are. We think it's going to be a cracker.
Thank you, Crofty. So there you go. Out we go for our first qualifying run at the circuit that the Hookster absolutely hates. He can't stand Hungary. Just wants to get this race out of the way. Sainz has currently got pole with a 1:17. We actually get third place, only half a second behind the leaders. That's not too bad. Not too bad at all, as you can see. So anyway, a little bit later qualifying, you can see that the rain has now started to come down very, very early, in fact. So I don't think we've got enough time for another run. No. In fact, the track is now giving up because the rain is coming down very, very hard. So I think that's going to be our only chance at getting up in the standings. It's going to be 11th now, of course, with our 10 place penalty. We're going to start right from the back of the grid. Yes, right from the back of the grid. So we're going to come in now because there's no point in going out again because it is raining too hard to get a faster time. And there's no point in going out on intermediate tyres because we're not going to improve any of those times against the cars ahead of us. So we might as well say au revoir and end the session there and see what happens at the end. So back into the garage we go. End of qualifying for the Hookster. So there you go. We finished in 11th place. Fantastic. But unfortunately, we will be starting right from the back of the grid. Okay then, let's do this.
It's always wonderful to come back to the lively Hungaroring. A popular destination this, nice and close to the beautiful city of Budapest, with some exciting racing to boot. Who can forget Michael Schumacher pushing his old teammate Rubens Barrichello up towards the pit wall in 2010, or those great races of 2014 and 2015 as well. 14 corners then for our drivers to navigate at the 2.7 mile Hungaroring today. It's 6 lefts and 8 rights around a lap here, with average speeds in the region of 120 miles per hour. And it's an absolute pleasure to be joined once again by Anthony Davidson. Why don't we talk about Ferrari? They haven't had any retirements in the last 5 races. What do you think that says about the reliability of their car?
I think they can be fairly pleased with that record so far. The first thing any good car needs is a solid, reliable base with which to build on, and they seem to have that this season.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Alexander Albon will lead us away from pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Sainz, Sebastian Vettel and Leclerc, Bottas, Weber, Magnussen and Max Verstappen, Grosjean, Hülkenberg, Devon Butler and Raikkonen, Norris, Ricciardo, Daniel Kvyat and Lance Stroll, Russell and the captain. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
So it's time once again for the 5 lights to go out on the season's career mode, and we say go, go, go. And it's, away he goes, starting from last on the grid. As you can see, we've got the Williams, we've got the Toro Rossos, all the back markers are right in front of us as we're going to go to turn 1 now. What Hookster's going to do, he's going to dive it in there. Yes, he is. He sends it superbly. Oh, bloody hell, Hookster. There's a red ball of Grosjean, and we already cap in the 12th place, so we have gone past 8 cars before turn 1. Absolutely incredible seasons. We now go down the inside of Romain Grosjean as well. Yes, so now are we up into the points? Are we up into the points already? No, still 11th place. There's our points though. Verstappen has win. Oh, look at this, very aggressive driving there, and he gets past Maxi Boy Verstappen. So yes, we are up into the points, and now we're up into. Oh, we were almost past our teammate Kevin Magnussen, but we are definitely up into the points now. 10th position, and it's still the first lap of the race. In fact, we've only done about 3 corners, and we're still holding on there, chasing down Kevin Magnussen. Of course, this circuit is very, very tight and twisty, and it's very, very difficult to try and get past any of these cars. And starting from the back is definitely not what you want at this circuit, but Hookster just wants to get this race done and dusted so we can move on and fight for part 2 of this championship and see if we can actually win it, as he now does on the inside of his teammate Kevin Magnussen, trying desperately there. A little bit of contact with us and K-Mag going around the outside though. I think we should be okay. Still a little bit of a tickle there between us and Kevin Magnussen, but we get past now up into 9th position. Our next target is Valtteri Bottas, but what our God, Alexander Albon is once again in the lead of this Grand Prix. This is not good. If we finish where we are, we're going to lose quite a few points as K-Mag tries on lap 2 to try and re-overtake us, but we're not having any of this shit as we go very, very deep into the corner there, but manage to hold on to this 9th position at the moment, still chasing Bottas. Magnussen still trying to get past us, as you can see. Wow, this is tight. This is very, very tight indeed. But we managed to hold on to this 9th position at the moment on lap 2 as we accelerate forward now to lap 3. We've caught up to the back of Bottas while there's a complete train of cars in front of us. Unfortunately, they can't get past us. It's very tight and twisty as we now go down the inside of Bottas, and that's a beautiful move there from Hookster. Up now into 8th position and chasing Sergio Perez, and of course that racing point as we accelerate forward to lap 6. And it looks like cars are coming in for their stop. Yes, Perez is coming, and a few more as well, and I think the leader's coming as well. Yes, Alexander Albon is coming for his pit stop, so that means we are going to go right up there, I think into about 2nd place, is it? 3rd position, 3rd place at the moment, but of course we're still going to make our pit stop, but yes, still pretty brilliant as we accelerate forward now to lap 7. So it's time for us to come in for our pit stop. We stop from 3rd place, we're of course going to lose that. We're just looking at Alexander Albon. He's the 2nd Mercedes dot on the mini-map, not the 1st one. That's Bottas. So we come in for our stop. Are we going to get out? No, we're not. No, he's coming around the corner already. And so we chat. Oh, God, no, lads. What are you doing? And we get held in the pits as well. It's a disastrous stop. But they put the hard tyres on. I don't believe it. Why, lads? Why would you put the hard tyres on? I can't. No. We've been stuffed, lads. We've been absolutely stuffed. And we rejoin in 15th position behind Maxi Boy Verstappen. At the moment, we are outside of the World Championship points on lap 8. This is not good. I wonder where Alexander Albon is. Anyway, accelerating forward out to slow on lap 8. Just going past the pits. Some more cars have come in now. We've got a Ferrari in, we've got a Renault in as well. Are we going to get back into the points at the moment? No, it's only... Oh, it's 11th position. Still chasing Maxi Boy Verstappen, and of course that Haas car. Yes, the Haas car for 2019, but we're still on these hard tyres. We accelerate forward at lap 11. I just hate these tyres, I really do. We've got a little bit of damage to the car as well on the left-hand side, you can see. I don't know where we incurred that, but a little bit of tiny bit of damage. It's not really going to affect us much as Romain Grosjean in the Red Bull trying to get past us, but I think we're going to outbrake him into turn 1. Yes, we do. Manage to hold it together and hold on to his 11th place, still chasing Maxi Boy with Verstappen. As we accelerate forward at lap 13, and there's Max Verstappen. This is the only chance we're going to get any points in this race, and we're going to dive it in there. Yes, we do. We send it in very, very deep indeed. Yet to go into Rich Mix for pretty much the last 3 or 4 laps just to catch up to the back of Maxi Boy. We have now got past, but now we've got to go to lean mix because we are plus 68 on the fuel, so we've got to lean it off, otherwise we're going to run out of fuel. But our objective has been achieved. We managed to catch up to the back of Max Verstappen, so we've got one single solitary World Championship point at the moment. We accelerate for the lap 15, and look at this, Grosjean once again trying to get past us under the DRS, but we're going to dive it into the inside. Yes, we do, and we get the place back. So we hold on to this 10th position, still chasing Valtteri Bottas as we accelerate forward out to lap 18. It's the last lap of the race. Unfortunately, this is as good as it's going to get. Yes, we got stuffed in the pit stop. We got stuffed by our own team by putting on the hard tyres, and we have lost. Oh God! And Alexander Albon's put in the fastest lap, and he wins the race. That means we've just lost 24 World Championship points to Alexander Albon. 24. That's absolutely disastrous. Absolutely disastrous. We come around the final corner now and finish the race in 10th place. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, that didn't go to plan, did it? Nope. Anyway, never mind. We never give up and we never surrender. That's right, isn't it, Toto? He says yes. Yes, it is. No, Michael, no. There's Alexander Albon, who once again has won the race. That's 2 on the trot now for Albon. He looks pretty unstoppable in that Mercedes, I have to say. Pretty unstoppable. And there's the team mechanics once again. And getting out of his car is Lewis Hamilton. We're only finishing 6th in the Red Bull. Oh dear, Lulu. Should have stayed at Mercedes. So on to the podium celebrations now. There is Alexander Albon. Of course, nothing for Nookster because he's right the way down in 10th position. Just one single point as he now holds up the trophy high once again. This is going to be a real fight to the end. We may even have to go to a season 3, I think, because I think Alexander Albon has definitely got the measure of us. Definitely got the measure of us. Okay then, so now after they finish on the podium, let's go to the points now and see where we are in this championship. So we finished in 10th. Kevin Magnussen finished ahead of us, in fact. So we did lose out in that pit stop, and we're now 39 points behind Alexander Albon. 39 points behind Alexander Albon. Lewis Hamilton is 63 behind. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. In the constructors, we're in 2nd place. So now it's time for a decision. We should be moving teams right now, but here is the problem. We are 2nd at the moment, and if we move to another team, it's only going to be Mercedes. And if we do that, we are going to oust possibly Alexander Albon. And all of you in the comments are going to go crazy saying, hey, you only won that championship because you got rid of Albon. So it's decision time. And there's really nothing I can do but stay with McLaren. So that's exactly what we're going to do for at least the next 4 rounds, possibly right until the end. So there you go then. It's McLaren all the way because we are 2nd in the performance, so why change?
Our proposal has been accepted.
Our negotiation has now been successful, so we are staying with McLaren for the next 4 rounds at least. So there you go then. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. A very, very happy new year to everyone, and let's hope this year is going to be a lot better than last year. And yes, there will of course be more later.